Hi, this is William here. Today we're going to be talking about choosing a domain name. So, when choosing a domain name, there are a number of essential things to consider. We take on lots of projects where a domain name has already been chosen. Nevertheless, in some cases, we've been asked to help select a domain name for a new blog, a company launch, or even just a friend's website. Listed below are 12 essential steps we find vital when selecting a great domain name. Think of the top keywords. On your initial search for your domain name search, you should have at least 5 keywords that best describe the domain name you're considering. Once you have this list, you can start to add prefixes and suffixes to create domain ideas. For example, if you're launching a home business related domain, you might start with words like home-based business, home business, best home business, my home business opportunity. Then consider the best combination based on keywords you might use. Make the domain name unique. Don't choose a domain name that could be confused with a popular site already owned by someone else is a definite no. For example, never choose a domain name that is the plural, hyphenated, or misspelled version of an already established domain. Choose .com available domains. If you're not concerned with type in traffic, branding, or name recognition, you don't need to worry about this. For example, if you're interested in widgets, then instead of performing a search engine search for the term widgets, you might type widgets.com or widgets.mobi in your mobile browser address or bar to see if such a website exists, and if so, what content is there. If you're serious about building a successful website over the long term, you should be worried about these elements. And while directing traffic to a .net or .org is okay, however, buying expired domain names and using 301 redirects to your site can have issues such as de-indexing of your site. Unless you're an experienced webmaster, it is possible to lose traffic. Make it easy to type. If a domain name is awkward to type correctly due to its spelling, length, or the use of a hard to remember words or sound, you will have lost the leverage of your branding and marketing value. You should avoid the letters Q, Z, X, and C, and P. Make it easy to remember. Remember that word of mouth and search engine results pages dominate marketing. Both rely on the ease with which a domain can be called to mind. You don't want to be the company with the terrific website no one can ever remember to tell their friends about because they can't remember the domain name. Keep the name as short as possible. Short names are easy to type and easy to remember. They also allow for more characters in the URL and the SERPs and a better fit on the business cards and other offline media. Create and fulfill expectations. When someone hears about your domain name for the first time, they should be able to instantly and accurately guess at the type of content they might be found there. That's why I love domain names like hotmail.com, careerbuilder.com, autotrader.com, and webmd.com. Domains like monster.com, amazon.com, and zillow.com, whom I usually praise, require far more branding because of their non-intuitive names. Avoid copyright infringement. This is a mistake that isn't made too often but can kill a great domain and a great company when it does. Be sure that you're not infringing on anyone's copyright with your site's name, and visit copyright.gov and search before you buy. Set yourself apart with a brand. Using a unique moniker is a great way to build additional value with your domain name. Brand is more than just a combination of words, which is why the names like mortgageforyourhome.com or shoesandboots.com are not of the same quality as branded names like bankrate.com, lendingtree.com, or gateonemarketing.com. Reject hyphens and numbers. Both hyphens and numbers make it hard to give your domain name verbally and falls down on being easy to remember or type. I suggest not using spelled out or Roman numerals in domains, as both can be confusing and mistaken for the other. Don't follow the latest trends. Website names that rely on odd misspellings, multiple hyphens, like the SEO optimized domains of the early 2000s, or uninspiring short adages like TopX, BestX, HotX aren't always the best choices. This isn't a hard and fast rule, but it's the world of naming conventions in general. If anyone else is doing it, that doesn't mean it's a surefire strategy. Just look at the people who named their businesses AAA X over the last 50 years to be the first in the phone book. How many Fortune 2000s are named AAA company? And use an Ajax domain selection tool. Websites like Ajax Whois and Domjax make it especially easy to determine availability of domain name. Just remember, you don't have to buy through these services. You can find a name you like that's available, then go to your registrar of choice. So that concludes the presentation on choosing a domain name. And this is William, and I'll see you the next time.